that's drying, I'll go ahead and show you with some other skins that I have already how to make jewelry. It's very easy. Just so you know what it looks like on the freezer paper, the paint just pulls right off. That easy, so very cool. So I have here some paint on wax paper. Again, you usually want to use freezer paper for this, but you just trace your glass and you cut it out, or you can use some canvas. I had a painting here that I didn't really like that much, so I thought about just using the pieces that I did like and making jewelry out of it, so that's what I did here. So I'll show you in just a second. So I added a little bit more glitter to it, but I don't know if I'm going to end up using this for my necklaces, but if I do, hopefully someone likes glitter. So I didn't really explain before that I use Floetrol in my paint. You can pick that up from Home Depot or Lowe's or online, and that just makes the paint a little bit smoother. It's more of a paint conditioner that you would add to house paint just to make it flow. It's great for your actual canvases, but I use it for my skins too. Other than that, you can always use a medium, or you can use glue. So if you have questions, just ask. But that's about it. So now what I have are some cabochons, which I found online, and I'm probably not saying that right. I bought them from Etsy from Sun and Moon Craft Kits, all one word. She's out of these particular ones now, but she does have a lot of extra ones. And it does come with the glass, and it came with about 9 different shapes. And I got silver, gold, and bronze. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you. So they're separated. I just take the glass and set these aside. And I kind of move. Sorry, I broke a nail the other day trying to make some jewelry, so oh well. Well, I just move the glass piece around until I find a pattern that I like and that I want to use inside the jewelry. Let me see if I can focus that better. That looks okay. It's kind of like a little Ouija board. Let's see what that looks like. That's kind of cool right there. So just to show you, I would trace it out, just a regular pen. It's kind of hard to do this with one hand, so let me trace it and then I'll come right back. So I went ahead and traced it out, and if I remove the glass, you can see it's just a regular circle. I use a regular pen, and then I'll go ahead and do the same thing on here. I've already made a couple pieces out of each of these, and I really liked this one. It's just that I don't know how well this will hold up over time because it's on wax paper, so you definitely want to use a freezer paper. Let me go ahead and try to find a design that I like. That looks pretty cool. Like the blues. I think I'll go ahead and do that. And even though it's kind of dark, the pin still does show up on here, so that's good. I haven't tried using a permanent marker, which I guess I should be using, but let me go ahead and trace this out and I'll be right back. Okay, so with this one, because I haven't used any sort of varnish on the paint itself, I ended up having to use a marker to make a line around it. I was going to use a permanent marker, but then I realized I don't want to get any ink on the glass itself, kind of like how it is right here. I wanted to make sure I can wash it off. So, and luckily that comes right off. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut out the shapes. On here I'm going to use an X-Acto knife. Lost my shape. I'm going to use an X-Acto knife and just cut out a square like I did here so that I'm not cutting into the whole painting. But if you need to, you can just cut the whole canvas apart and use scissors and cut in from the side. So I'll be back once I have those shapes ready. Okay, so I'm using my tripod now, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I have two different types of glue. I have the pieces cut out here. So hopefully you can see those okay. And the pieces of glass are a little bit smaller than the cabochons themselves, so they should fit right in with ease. So that's kind of what it looks like inside there, and I'm not sure if I'm going to put the purple in the silver or what I'm going to do. Yeah, I think I like the purple inside the silver. And this one does have varnish on it, so it is shiny, but you won't be able to tell that much once the glass is on top of there. So first, it's a little bit stuck now. Let's see if I can get that out. Take your piece of glass and get your paint ready. And I'll be using Judy Kin's Diamond Glaze water-based dimensional adhesive, and I ordered this online, but I believe they have it at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. And I just put a small amount on the back of the glass. Just open it up. And it has dried a little bit, so let me cut some of the top part off. Let's see if that works. Nope. A couple drops because this does go pretty far. And I put the lid right back on that so it doesn't dry out. And I get my paint, set it on the back, and just press it in. Press it in place. And you see how it kind of spills over the side. Just sort of clean it up with your finger. And what I do is I wipe the glue off my fingers, and then I press it down on the table so that gets all the air bubbles out, and so that the glue spreads evenly. Make sure it doesn't stick to the table, and make sure the paint kind of stays in place. And that looks pretty good, so we'll go ahead and do the other one now. Sorry, just wiping glue off my hands. And it's okay however you put them on, because of course you can just tip them upside down. Excuse me. Tip them upside down when you put them on. And the glue kind of just comes right off the glass, so don't be worried about getting it on the glass. And this is a really fun thing to do, kind of addictive once you start doing it. Oops. They're sturdy so they don't break. Just push that. That should be fine. And if it's a little uneven, that's okay too. And while those are sitting there, you take these, and I use Aleene's Turbo Tacky Glue. I ordered this online too, both from Walmart.com. But you can find tacky glue just about anywhere. I just put a little dot right there. And here. Less is more. And what way do I want it? Go ahead and do it that way. And just press down. You can see a little bit of glue is coming out the side. Just sort of wipe that down and it'll dry clear. And again, I just press it down to make sure to get it all over the back. And that's about it. Just make sure it's centered. Looks good. And how do I want this one to go? Sorry if I'm a little bit quiet. It's like 1 in the morning. I don't want to be too loud. I'll do the gold on top. Let's press it down. This one had a lot of glue coming out. See all that glue? Let's wipe it off. And I've got paint on my nails from painting. And then press it down. Make sure it's even. You don't want this to fall off later. But if it does, you could just re-glue it. And then I just let them dry overnight. put my chains on them, and that's about it. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you learned something and hopefully you like it. And if you have any more questions, just let me know. Thank you.